your queries in the chat box.
Thank you, Dr. Nisman. It was a very, very informative and useful presentation, giving a lot of insight to us. So moving on to the queries, the first query is that gone are the days when students were barred from carrying their mobile phones to their classes. The scenario now is that days may come when a student may be denied admissions for not having a mobile phone. That may be the scenario. So, as you said, blended learning is a new norm of the day, and especially during these lockdown days, blended learning is very handy. But that it comes with a price, network connectivity. So, as a practitioner of blended learning in your university and in your experience, what do you think blended learning could be implemented across pan India? Because we have rural, many rural areas in our country. Do you think blended learning could be implemented across India at the present network connectivity scenario?
So can you please repeat the question?
As you said, blended learning is very handy nowadays. And do you think that in India we have network connectivity issues, right?
Yes, sir.
And do you think blended learning could be implemented in India successfully?
Sir, I think it is not possible in all the locations, especially, but it is possible in metropolitan city. If you take Bangalore or Chennai, it is possible because some of the students are coming from rural area. They may not have sufficient mobile data in order to engage with the online teaching. So I hope, slowly we can start this online class. If this succeed, we can go for the next step, right? So we cannot assure that whether they can have the we can succeed in the online teaching. Right.
The second query is that can we enter menti.com using mobile phones?
Yes, sir. Actually, it is a purely responsive. You can browse on the mobile devices also. You can type, if you want to participate in the menti.com, you have to type www.menti.com and you have to type the code, whatever the code is shared by the teacher. So you can do it with the help of mobile devices also.
The next query is how to. Okay, the next one is how to change student names in the attendance order. Is it possible?
When you are scheduling the event in Google Meet, automatically it lists out the students. Actually, it automatically it will list out the students automatically in the sequential order. Sometimes it may be order may be different, but when you are clicking on the attendance sheet, automatically it will be sort the students' names in the sequential order from the roll number 1 to till end. Okay, but when the students are joining in the Google Meet, it may not be in the order, but we cannot do in the Google Meet.
The next question is that you said something about the book creation, right? The query is, can it be used by students? Can the students be?
Yes, obviously, you can ask your students to do their assignment in the form of visual graphic effects. Also, you can ask your students to include audio, video, things can be added with this bookcreator.com. So even the students will be engaging with a more enthusiastic manner. So you can ask the students also to make use of this bookcreator.com.
And the next query is, if we want to record video and to share it through WhatsApp, which video recording tool can be used?
Actually, as I said during the presentation time, there is one website called, just make a note of it, getintopc.com. Even I'll be typing in this chat box. It will be very useful for you. Getintopc.com. So there are plenty number of tools are available in this particular site. Okay, so you can make use of this software based on your system compatibility. For example, you may be using Mac OS or Windows OS, but it is only applicable for the Windows OS. If you want to download some video recording tools for Mac OS, you have to search and browse it separately for the Mac OS. But this particular website will be useful for downloading all kind of recording tools.
Okay. The next query is for Wix site. Do we need institutional mail ID or our own mail ID?
Pardon, sir. Can you repeat the question?
For the website creation using Wix.com, do we need institutional?
No. For creating the website on the Wix.com, you can make use of your personal ID itself. No need of creating. No need of your institution ID. For example, why I am saying institution ID means if you are creating this kind of gaming-based tools or video conferencing tools, when you are using these kind of online teaching tools, that time, that situation, this institution ID might be useful, but not all the time. But you may, with the help of your personal ID, you can create a site on the Wix.com. No need to include your institution ID.
Thank you, Dr. Nisman, for a very comprehensive address and throwing insight into the latest technologies and the platforms to reach out to the students during these days of lockdown. Now, I request the participants to kindly fill the feedback form. The link for the feedback form is given in the chat box. I request the participants to fill the feedback form to ensure that you receive your e-certificates. And if you come across any glitches, please feel free to contact us. And the feedback form link is also provided in our live webcast using YouTube. You can get the link from the YouTube webcast link also. Gratitude becomes more meaningful when it comes from the heart. So may I now request Dr. S. Annal Edil Selvi to offer the vote of thanks.
Good evening to all. On behalf of PG Department of Computer Science, Bishopur College, I extend my hearty thanks to all. First, I would like to thank God Almighty, who showered the grace and wisdom to complete this national level faculty development program successfully. At this juncture, I am grateful to extend my thanks to our college department and principal sir, who wholeheartedly supported to organize this webinar. A big thank you to the resource person, Dr. R. Nisman Rio, for his effort towards the topic which is needed for this current scenario. Thank you, Dr. Nisman Rio. I would like to take this opportunity to place on record our hearty thanks to all participants who made this event successful. Finally, I also extend my thanks to our department head, coordinator, webinar organizing team, and faculty members, and also IT support for their cooperation in the organization of this event. Thank you, one and all.
So, any good thing must come to an end.